Tonight, we're hearing from an Eastern Washington congresswoman speaking in favor of a bill that would permanently make fentanyl a Schedule I drug. We're talking about what exactly that means. Plus, it is National Missing Children Day. Tonight, we're highlighting work by law enforcement that brought hundreds of children home within a matter of weeks. And taking a live look outside, it is already expected to be the busiest travel day of the holiday weekend. We're talking about what to expect in your first alert weather forecast.
Now, KAPP KVEW local news at 5.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Tonight we begin with criminals targeting the Pasco Little League fields. Board members say earlier this week they discovered the concession stand behind Walters Field had been broken into and stripped of electrical wiring. The league took over the lease of Walters Field in the hopes of revitalizing the area and supporting the seniors division, which is ages 13 to 16. They were already facing a big bill to renovate the stand. Now they have to worry about a broken fence, electrical wiring, and a broken AC unit.
It's mostly disheartening because we know that that takes away from funds that we can use for other things for the kids. It's a youth-based organization, and the kids see this kind of stuff too, and it makes them feel unsafe. They're like, well, if they can break into this, what else can they do?
Now, she says this isn't the first time the fields have been the target of crime. Years ago, the copper wiring was stolen from an HVAC system. And now the field does back up to Riverview Park, which has drawn in what the league calls unsavory characters. They did file a police report, and they're meeting with city officials tonight to hopefully find a solution to this ongoing vandalism. Investigators in Kennewick have made another arrest in a shooting that happened earlier this week on Clearwater. 37-year-old John Salinas has been arrested for suspicion of drive-by shooting and unlawful possession of a firearm. Authorities say they arrested Salinas last night after he got out of the hospital. Salinas was allegedly involved in a shooting that played out in the streets of Kennewick on Tuesday. He was hurt and was taken to the hospital, treated, and released. A 16-year-old has also been arrested in this case, and authorities say even more arrests could be coming. And today, Kennewick police arrested a 15-year-old in connection with a different shooting that left a man injured earlier this month. That shooting happened on West 25th Avenue nearly 3 weeks ago. Now, investigators say the teen they identified as the suspect was due in court today for an unrelated hearing. They arrested him there for first-degree assault, but they say that investigation is also still active and more arrests may be coming. It is National Missing Children's Day, and tonight a national operation that led to finding 225 endangered missing children across the country in just 10 weeks. Operation We Will Find You was a joint effort between the U.S. Marshals Service, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in partnership with local law enforcement. 85% of the cases involved endangered runaways, 9% involved family abductions, and about 40 of those cases overall involved allegations of sex trafficking. 16 of the children found in that 10 weeks were from Eastern Washington.
Bring them back into a secure situation where they could either be reunited or put in touch with the services to help them and restore their childhood.
Operation We Will End You is over now, but authorities say it has shown the U.S. Marshal's Office can provide critical assistance to local law enforcement when a child goes missing. We are talking about the holiday weekend, and it is going to be a gorgeous one. Jason Valentine has a look at what to expect for this evening.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. Hope you've had a wonderful day today, and my goodness, another beautiful day throughout our areas as we get to our overnight period. Again, mostly clear skies, warm overnight. And as we get into tomorrow, more sunshine, maybe a little bit of clouds as we get to our early evening hours. And we do have a chance or two of seeing a little bit of shower activity for our areas tomorrow and even Saturday. But we're looking mostly sunny and very nice. We're going to be getting pretty much to where we're going to be for most of our weekend tomorrow, mid to upper 80s for our areas. Winds are going to pick up just slightly into the weekend, but we're really entering a very stable weather pattern as we get into tomorrow, where we're going to be remaining right where we're at, more or less, just a few degrees up or below for the week ahead. So folks, a lot of sun and a lot of warmth is on the way. Still well off of those record highs we saw last Friday and Saturday. Can't wait to tell you about it. My full forecast that's coming up. Again, I'll have a preview of your holiday weekend. But for right now, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Jason. Today, lawmakers in Congress advanced a proposal that would change the way fentanyl and all drugs like it are regulated in the United States. The HALT Fentanyl Act would permanently classify all fentanyl-type drugs as Schedule 1. That means, according to the DEA, they have no currently accepted medical use and they have a high potential for abuse. Heroin, LSD, and marijuana are all Schedule 1 drugs, while things like cocaine, meth, and hydrocodone are Schedule 2, which means they're considered dangerous and have a high potential for abuse. Today, Washington Senator Cathy McMorris-Rodgers told lawmakers fentanyl should be placed under the tightest restrictions.
How many more letters from grieving parents is it going to take for action? The fact is, it shouldn't take another letter, another day. It shouldn't take another lost loved one. The HALT Fentanyl Act will save lives. We must make sure that law enforcement have the permanent tools that they need to seize these extremely lethal poisons.
Fentanyl-related substances, and there are dozens of them, have been temporarily classified as a Schedule 1 drug for several years now. That's set to expire at the end of 2024. And there is some concern that the HALT Fentanyl Act could make the problem worse by focusing on mandatory minimum sentences for fentanyl-related substances instead of focusing on prevention and treatment. And right now, lawmakers are still have not hashed out a deal for raising the debt ceiling. That is a potential problem because we are getting into the holiday weekend and lawmakers are leaving Washington, D.C. for the holiday. Speaker Kevin McCarthy said he's directed his negotiating team to work 24/7, he said, to solve this problem. But that won't do much good if the rest of Congress isn't in town to vote before that June 1st deadline. ABC's Morgan Norwood is in D.C. with a look at what lawmakers were saying as they left the Capitol today.
We will get this done, and we will have a better bill because of it.
The only way to move forward is with a bipartisan agreement, and I believe we'll come to an agreement.
Several Democrats have voiced their frustrations over the state of the negotiations, with House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries accusing Republicans of trying to hold the economy hostage. Jeffries joining Congressman and Vietnam veteran Mike Thompson to explain how U.S. troops would be harmed if the U.S. government defaults.
VA appointments are going to be canceled because of this. There's 900,000 veterans who depend upon care providers. Those care providers aren't going to receive any pay.
The Treasury Secretary maintains the nation could default possibly as early as June, meaning billions of dollars in payments for programs including Social Security, Medicare, as well as some military salaries and veterans benefits are at risk of going unpaid or delayed if no agreement is reached.
The criminal part of it is they are jazzing the whole world up over an issue that could be resolved very quickly if they did their job.
Meanwhile, Fitch, one of the major credit rating agencies, has now put the country's AAA credit rating on a negative watch. Now, it's not a downgrade per se, but it is a warning that the top-notch credit worthiness of the U.S. is at risk. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Washington.
Today, the Supreme Court rolled back some federal protections on wetlands that aren't connected to other bodies of water. This is a case from North Idaho that's been going on for more than a decade. A couple who owned land near Priest Lake wanted to build a house, only to find out they needed a special permit because part of their property was considered wetlands. The couple disagreed with that analysis, saying the wetland didn't actually connect to Priest Lake. Today, the Supreme Court ruled in their favor, overturning an older interpretation of the Clean Water Act. And opponents are worried that that decision will roll back protection on potentially fragile ecosystems all across the country. Washington Congressman Dan Newhouse called the Supreme Court's decision a huge win, saying, quote, "With this decision, our farmers in central Washington and across America can continue to focus on what they do best, without the unnecessary fear of unwarranted regulations impeding their progress," end quote. He's also calling on the Biden administration to take back that part of the rule entirely. Cadlick Regional Medical Center is getting a $2 million robot that will help surgeons and cancer patients. Today, Cadlick unveiled their second Da Vinci surgery robot. This is commonly used for colorectal surgeries and everything else from urology to gynecology. Chief Philanthropy Officer Jim Hall said the Tri-Cities community helped get thousands of dollars in funding for this robot.
What had happened was our Catholic Foundation had contributed $1 million. Our Cancer Center Foundation decided, since there are so many uses in cancer type of care, that they felt that we thought it would be important to add to that amount of money. And then we went to the community of the Tri-Cities for the final $500,000, which in essence was a match by our Cancer Center Foundation.
An operation with the Da Vinci system means smaller incisions and a shorter recovery time. Coming up tonight on KAPP Local News at 6, a Catholic surgeon will explain what this new robot means for patients in the community. The Franklin County Auditor's Office says it's issuing a special filing period because of a lack of interest in running for city government. The special filing period will be held May 30th through June 1st. If you are hoping to run for open positions in Franklin County, you will need to file a declaration of candidacy form, either online or in person at the auditor's office between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m. There are 3 positions open for Star School District. 5 positions, including mayor, are open as well. You can find all of those open positions and a link to file at yaktrinews.com. Well, Miss America visited the Tri-Cities this week. She won the national competition last winter and is spending all of 2023 touring the country to talk about clean energy and STEM careers. Grace Stanke just graduated from the University of Wisconsin-Madison with a degree in nuclear engineering. She says that's one of the reasons she especially wanted to visit the Tri-Cities and the Hanford site. Stanke says she's focused on dispelling myths and misconceptions, both about nuclear energy and about STEM careers.
I think it's important for girls and women to find their passions, and wherever those passions lead them, I think there's a place for everyone in the STEM world. STEM specifically, we need communicators, we need PR people, we need marketing people, we need publicists, we need everyone on board when it comes to STEM, because unfortunately engineers, not all of us are communicators at the end of the day.
This is the first time in over a decade that a reigning Miss America has visited the Tri-Cities. Yakima Pride is holding its annual Rainbow Prom coming up on Saturday for 14 to 20-year-olds. Organizers say this is a chance for LGBTQ+ young people to have a school dance where they can express themselves in a supportive environment. One 17-year-old who helped put the event together says part of that is, instead of having a king and queen like a typical prom, the court isn't gendered and anyone can win.
With Rainbow Prom, we're trying to make it a lot more inclusive. It's designed specifically for LGBTQ+, people and youth, just to come and be themselves and feel comfortable.
Tickets are available online for $10 each. Again, this is for 14 to 20-year-olds. The event is happening from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday at Le Chateau in downtown Yakima. And you should have nice weather for it. Taking a live look outside, it is expected to be the busiest travel day of the holiday weekend today, not Friday. We're talking about what to expect in your first alert forecast. Plus, we'll have a closer look at those numbers, as analysts are saying this could be one of the biggest starts to summer travel ever recorded. You're watching KAPP Local News at 5.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go out and do all the things that make summer, summer. Like getting ice cream, movie nights.
I'll keep it down.
Hiking with the besties, catching sunsets, or just plain catch.
Go long.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan with roadside assistance. Visit your local Toyota dealer to learn more. Reserve yours at Toyota.com.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
There's no other word quite like home. Not house, not residence, not dwelling. Because it's more than any specific place. It could be in the team spirit that keeps your heart pounding the whole drive over the mountains. It could be in the friendships that make you do one more lap around the park. Or make you able to laugh at yourself. It's a feeling, a belonging. And that's really different for everyone. So while we can't define what home is to you, what we can do is help you get there.
Find your way home in a new Chevrolet from McCurley Chevrolet and online at McCurleyChevrolet.com.
The Golf Forecast, sponsored by the Wild Horse Ladies Golf Classic, August 14th through 20th.
Welcome back, everyone. The FDA has granted full approval for Paxlovid, the antiviral medication to treat COVID-19 if you start taking it right away after you test positive. The drug was already on the market under an emergency use authorization, but full approval now means that doctors have more leeway in how they use Paxlovid. It's the fourth drug and the first pill to be approved to treat COVID-19. 42 million Americans are expected to travel this holiday weekend, and if you thought leaving today would mean less of a crowd, I'm sorry to tell you, almost everybody else had that same idea. Analysts say today is actually expected to be the busiest of the weekend. ABC's Tim Pulliam has a closer look at those numbers.
Right now, travelers bracing for a busy Memorial Day weekend from the roads to the nation's airports.
A lot of traffic coming in, so I'm glad we're here early.
AAA estimates 42 million Americans are expected to get away for the holiday, 3.4 million of them flying. More people could mean more problems.
Oh, my bags are here.
2 people arrested at Chicago O'Hare baggage claim this week. And in Atlanta, at the world's busiest airport, police arrested a man they say randomly punched another passenger. Relax. Airport officials warning the need for more security with wild behavior on the rise. This comes just as the airline industry has been hit with so many staffing and weather issues. This travel weekend, the first big test. Transportation leaders say airlines have made significant improvements over the past few months, with more staffing and cancellations consistently under 2%.
The bottom line, we want everybody to have great travels this coming weekend and this summer. We're doing everything we can to press airlines to deliver that good service. And if there is an issue, we have your back.
And on the highways, 37 million Americans are expected to drive, according to AAA. That's a 6% jump from last year. Gas prices are looking good, too. The national average is now $3.57, down $1 from this time last year.
Today is the busiest travel day, but experts say if you're traveling Friday for the Memorial Day holiday, the best time to leave is in the morning or on Saturday or Sunday. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Now, KAPP KVEW First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Thursday evening, everyone. Again, hope you had a wonderful day today. Staying nice. My goodness, what another beautiful day today. Even though we have a little bit of a chance of some shower activity in Yakima and Ellensburg. And again, that's going to continue for the next couple of evenings. I'll show you why. And warming into Saturday and our weekend, though, we're pretty much going to be right there tomorrow. But a pleasant weekend is ahead. My goodness. So as we move along into our weekend, we're going to stabilize. Our weather pattern is going to be settling down quite a bit. Look at this. We are looking at those upper 80s to lower 90s for the week ahead. Now, this is for the Tri-Cities, so all of our areas mid to upper 80s and maybe a lower 90 or 2, but just settling down. And we're looking at not too much wind either. We're going to see it pick up just a bit for Saturday into our weekend, but look at that straight line. So just get ready for quite a bit of grouped together temperatures for pretty much from Ellensburg to Pendleton, and we're just going to be looking at nice conditions. Light winds, but we do have a chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity, a little bit of a macro look for our future cast. Here's what we're looking at right now. Low pressure systems in the eastern part of Montana and southern part of Idaho. A lot of precipitation kind of in the northwest. Our area is looking nice despite some coming in from the north. And that's going to continue. And these low pressure systems are pretty much protecting us from any real changes in our weather, but we're just on the periphery of their influence, and that's why we're seeing continual little bits of showers coming in the evening hours. So as we head into our evening hours, that should mostly be relegated to the Cascades, but it could enter Ellensburg and Yakima. As we get into tomorrow morning, a little bit of cloud coverage, and then we have some more shower activity coming in just on the periphery of the Yakima Valley area. And then it's going to swing around with a chance of seeing a little bit into the Blue Mountain region. As we get to Saturday, we have another chance of seeing a little bit of shower activity as well. But folks, don't be fooled. We're going to see mostly sunny skies, and we could see those quick showers. And again, they'll be very quick if they head into Yakima, Toppenish, even in the Blue Mountain region, and possibly a rogue one coming into the Mid-Columbia. So our almanac, we are above our average for this time of year, especially in the overnight period. My goodness, by 9 degrees. In the Tri-Cities, 5 above our average, and about 9 as well overnight. So very warm conditions. Hey, if you're a golfer, it is a perfect time for our golf forecast. Look at those temperatures and conditions. Again, maybe a little bit of breeze coming Saturday and Sunday, but folks, if you're heading out to the links, it should be nice. Just make sure you have your sunscreen and hydrate, please. Overnight tonight, we're in the mid-50s to lower 50s, mostly clear skies, very nice. As we head into tomorrow, despite that chance of some evening showers, looking like partly cloudy skies, mid-80s, mostly 79 for Ellensburg. 7-day forecast, and we get more sunshine as we get further along in our holiday weekend. Sunday through Tuesday, just perfect conditions. And again, folks, right around those upper 80s to lower 90s for the week ahead, maybe a little cooler a week from today. In the Yakima region, going to be right in those mid-80s really for the week ahead. And again, folks, much more sunshine as we head into Sunday and Monday. So get ready for, just like you saw today, a great Friday is on the way. Slight chance of a little bit of shower activity, Yakima, Ellensburg, and into the Blue Mountain region. But other than that, mostly sunny skies, light winds. Should be a beautiful Friday ahead.
Thanks, Jason. Well, we know a lot of people will be heading for the wilderness to take advantage of that nice weather. Don't forget, bears are waking up. What officials say you should do if you meet one in the woods. Next on KAPP Local News.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Remembering the Queen of Rock and Roll, next extra. New details about Tina Turner's final days, her amazing musical legacy, and how her famous friends are paying tribute. Then all the new headlines out of Cannes, next extra.
Tonight at 7:30 on KAPP.
Reel in a fortune during the $200,000 Fishing for a Fortune at Wild Horse Resort and Casino with over $7,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. Cash your line and win up to $750 free play, $1,000 cash, or hook a new 15-foot Alaskan DLX boat. Play Wednesdays and multiply your entries. Use your Club Wild card and earn points and win special prizes from Billy's Bait Shop. Reel in your next fortune today. Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton, Oregon. More winners, more often.
At Honda, we offer complimentary maintenance for 2 years or 24,000 miles. Just enjoy the ride, knowing we cover routine items like oil changes, tire rotations, and multi-point inspections. Honda Service Pass, available to purchasers of all 2023 Honda vehicles. Get yours today.
Tonight, the debt talks, where things stand. Plus, with millions hitting the road for the holiday weekend, will it be sunny or a washout? More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
At Good Shepherd, it is not just a job. It is our mission. A mission to improve the health of our community, to give you our hearts, our minds, our compassion, the best technology available, and the greatest medicine of all, kindness. Thank you for trusting us with your care.
The life and legacy of Tina Turner, E.T.'s special tribute, untold stories and rarely seen moments.
Here I am.
Next E.T.
Tonight at 7 on KAPP.
Welcome back. We know a lot of you will be heading for the mountains and other remote areas for the holiday weekend. That means taking precautions against bears. The National Park Service says it's hard to tell how far exactly a bear's sense of smell extends, but they can easily track down food from a mile away, possibly more, especially in the spring when they're hungry. That's why it's so important to secure all of your food, even the trash, while you're camping. And if you do come across a bear, the Department of Fish and Wildlife says you could try to scare them off.
Is to not let them know that you're intimidated, make eye contact, look bigger than you are. You can step up on a rock, you can put your arms above your head and yell.
Now don't run, but do get loud. And if you have bear spray, they say don't be afraid to use it. We'll have a final look at your weather when we come back, and lawmakers are leaving the U.S. Capitol without a deal to raise the debt ceiling, and only 2 days of work scheduled before the Treasury says it will run out of money. World News Tonight is tracking debt ceiling negotiations coming up at 5:30.
Portion of KAPP sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Stay tuned to learn more about this limited time offer from Renewal by Andersen.
Have you been looking at replacing your home's windows or doors? If so, I'm sure price is a huge factor. At Renewal by Andersen, we're really proud of our fair pricing policy.
We're a typical middle-class family. We have a budget. We need to be aware of where our money's going. And the great thing about Renewal by Andersen was they actually had several financing options that were going to make sense for our situation.
So, let's talk windows. Our Fibrex window material is like the gold standard in the industry. It's a composite material that lasts longer, performs better, and is actually 2 times stronger than vinyl. Okay, so you're carrying this out to your back deck, but you gotta stop and try to shove open that patio door. That can be real frustrating. The dual ball bearing adjusters on our patio doors help the doors to glide easily. At Renewal by Andersen, we've been doing this a long time, and we know that you don't want some hard sell sales pitch. We'll visit your home, see exactly what you have, and then give you an exact price quote. And we'll honor that price for a whole year so that there's no pressure. Let us give you a price on the windows and doors that you will love.
We had the intention of looking at different companies, doing some due diligence, and we started with Renewal by Andersen, and it was such a compelling conversation and process that we ended up not even looking any further.
Before May 31st, save 20% on windows and save 20% on patio doors. Save an extra $1,000 on your entire project. Plus, make no payments and pay no interest for 1 year. This offer ends May 31st. For a free appointment with Renewal by Andersen, scan the code or call 509-497-5400. That's 509-497-5400.
Come shop the largest selection of RVs in the Tri-Cities at Appleway RV. Save big on Class A's, Class C's, travel trailers, toy haulers, and fifth wheels. Shop America's top brands, Rockwood, Tiffin, Newmar, Dynamax, and more. With a huge selection of pre-owned RVs. Plus, get maximum value for your trade. All with no payments for 90 days. Come shop the clearance event at Appleway RV Pasco.
Okay, I think we're all aware that most cell companies only give you the lowest price when you sign up for multiple lines. But US Cellular gives you just one line for $29.99 with unlimited data. So you don't have to get more lines than you need. No, you hang up.
US Cellular, built for us.
Hi, I'm Eddie Morphine from Morphine Law Firm. If you've been wronged and you need to make it right, give us a call. We're not afraid to fight. If you need an attorney with your best interests in mind, give us a call at Morphine Law Firm.
All right, folks, it is finally here. Tomorrow we start our 3-day weekend, and we're looking at nice conditions for your Friday. Plenty of sunshine, a little bit of building sunshine as the day goes on. Highs in the mid to upper 80s, Tri-Cities. Right in the mid to lower 80s for the Yakima region. Could see a late little spritz. Walla Walla area, mid to lower 80s. And in Ellensburg, staying very nice, upper 70s. So folks, get ready for a beautiful weekend. Almost what you see tomorrow is what you'll get for Saturday and Sunday, and maybe a bit warmer for your Memorial Day itself.
Thanks, Jason. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight with David Muir is next, and KAPP KVEW Local News is back tonight at 6.